So today I'm here with MKOI Myrwn, and you've just won 2-1 against Team Secret Wales. You're now 2-2 in the Swiss stage at Worlds. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm feeling good. I think today we didn't show our best League of Legends, but I'm always happy to get the win. And just being here, we get to scream into the best teams and keep competing into them. So doesn't really matter how we got the win. We got the win, which is what matters. So now we have another chance to make it out of Swiss and reach that top 8.
Yeah, I mean, as I just mentioned, the last time we talked, Myrwn, was in Madrid. How is it coming into Worlds after losing the finals? You were pretty disappointed back then, so maybe is it hard to come into Worlds with big expectations after losing 0-3 in the finals?
Honestly, I think we did a pretty good reset mentally after Madrid. I think we all went with a really good mindset towards this event, and I think in scrims it showed that we did a better performance now, and they were like more productive. So I think everyone did their individual job towards the main objective of Worlds. So yeah, I mean honestly, I don't think like the losing the final 0-3 or whatever really mattered as long as you react well to it, and I think it's what we did.
Yeah, so I saw an interview with Grabs, the Fnatic coach, that said that top Korean teams didn't want to, or maybe didn't want to, wasn't scrimming with Fnatic. Are you scrimming with the top teams, or is it still maybe internally in Korea they scrim in China?
I mean, I would say we got like pretty good scrims during all Worlds, so no complaints around there. And yeah, I mean, I can see from last year when we were seed 3, we didn't get as many good scrims as we are doing now. So I think that's probably one of the reasons. I think like teams won't look that much at you, they won't like look to scrim if you're seed 3. Maybe that's the main reason. But I don't know, I feel like at least this year we got better scrims overall.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the games as well, of course. So in the game two, you pretty much, I mean, of course, top lane is sometimes an island, and it seemed like you felt that as well because there was maybe like 15 kills before you saw any action. Is it maybe weird to not even be involved in the game sometimes?
I mean, honestly, in the type of game that I'm super behind, like we did mistakes, the shot wasn't good, whatever. Mistakes is done. If enemy top doesn't really look to involve himself, for me it's good. It's we're making a 4v4 and he was probably one of the strongest members of the game. So for me at least, how I see the game is like if you have a big lead, you also need to look to impact, involve yourself. And I think if I'm in an island and I'm scaling like actually kind of chill, when I was that behind, I was honestly pretty happy how the game was situation wise. So yeah, I mean for me at least the game, even though it was hard, because there's a moment that he was like 2 levels up, yeah, maybe like 2.5k gold ahead or something like that. I got to scale, I think I did my job, when I was strong already. I go to mid, I get some flashes, I get Caitlyn when she has no flash, and I think that got me back into the game and we got the W.
Yeah, and you also had the chance to play against two different top laners, of course. So is it maybe a little bit weird as well because we know Hero is maybe sort of known more for the carries as well. So you have to prepare yourself for each game, and of course you had the lovely day of playing Cassante, very good champion. So I mean, it's difficult going into these matches also with the two different top laners.
Honestly, I think I already got used to it, from MSI because we played CFO and we played like, I think it was 3 games driver and 1 rest. So I already got to experience, how it's changing your matchup in the middle of a best of and also from scrims into CFO. So I think I already got used to it. I was just prepared, into both champion pools. I know Poon plays more like sorry tanks. Like we knew they were going for the Sion on game 1, so we were pretty confident, into the both champion pools. And in the moment we see that they change for game 3 and they put hero and they go for blue side, we know they want first big rumble, so we was like adapted to it. We ban it, and I think we got a good matchup. I think something to Jace is good for Jace, but I think it's also super chill for you. And yeah, I mean, at least I'm happy, to play that matchup.
Yeah, and it seemed like you had pretty like a good idea of the drafts. I think, of course, I'm no expert at all, but uh, I think pretty much all three games were winnable looking draft-wise. I actually, in my opinion, at least game one was a very good draft for you, but something just maybe
Yeah.
went wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a pretty good draft. I think we just went too deep when we didn't need to. I think we just focused a lot on taking down Yunara, when she literally has like 4 bodyguards, it's like a comp to build around her, and it's really hard to get to her. But we have tools, to split the fight and make just a front to back slow and hit the front lane when she cannot hit us. And I think we just gave her a lot of space by going forward, when we just didn't need. And I think when we actually wanted to play the fights correctly, it was already too late, like Yunara had like 3 items, she had IE boots and everything. So yeah, I mean, I think we just played bad at draft, but I would agree we had 3 good drafts.
Yeah, so does a win like this give you confidence? Even like you had some good drafts, but maybe game one maybe should have even been won. Of course, it's that sometimes just happens. But it does it give you confidence going into the 2-2 bracket with some absolutely insane teams there?
Honestly, I don't really care that much, how we play the last best of. I think we just need to focus on the day by day. We still have one more Scrim day, which is tomorrow. And we're a team that doesn't really matter what happened in the past. We, like, I don't think it affects us, for bad or good. I think it's whatever. I think if we do things correctly on that day, we're just gonna be ahead. Like for example, the KT day, I think we went with a really great mindset and we had a really good game plan. And in the end, we just fuck up, But I think we were really confident in the game, and it showed. And I think we just have to do that into whoever is on the 2-2 bracket, and we will, I think, get a W.
Yeah, so you maybe, of course, you're hoping for a W. You're expecting a W2. I mean, there is a chance you can maybe T1, Gen G even. I mean, the Korean teams, how do you also feel maybe the difference in meta between those teams? Because I think we've seen a lot, like the LCP have focused a lot on like the carry top laners as well. So is it hard to like maybe adjust for the meta as well?
Honestly, I think the meta is kind of the same for every top laner. Like, I don't feel that much of a difference. Like, I would say it's like maybe some few peaks, but I think like all top laners will play the same. I think the meta is like kind of established. And even though you can play a lot of more champs, I think in the first games you usually blind early. So I don't think it's that easy to see it. As was, for example, I think in MSI that, for example, go to play the early. I think it was easier back then. And yeah, I think like right now the meta is like kind of, yeah, I would say it's established. Like Sion is super strong. Also like having Sion in the team, same with Rumble, Casante, all these type of champions always bring you like something positive for the team. And they're like strong blinds have strong lanes, then good side lane. So yeah, I mean, I would say that.
Yeah, so I have one last question for you. Is it so in the LEC summer? Of course, you played best of three. Do you think that that's maybe like a good thing for you now that you've come to the 2-2 2-1 1-2 bracket where you play best of three instead of the best of fives, which may be even harder with the fearless draft. So you have some experience in the best of three format.
I think it's an advantage, honestly. Even the best of ones, it didn't really show, but in the LEC, we also play best of ones. And, the regions, they actually didn't, So, like, for example, in LCK, I would say we played more best of ones than them. I'm not sure if in LCK this year they played any best of ones. So, I think for best of ones or best of threes, we have kind of the advantage, that we played more games there. And yeah, I mean, I'm confident. We've been in this situation many times, like being just one game from being eliminated. So it's kind of our comfort zone already. So yeah, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Merwin, and good luck.